I can't get up. I can't move. I can't see. I can't get up. I can still feel. The deep sting of the blade as it ruptured my heart lingers. I felt my blood leave my body, coating his hands with sticky redness. I felt his hands close around my waist as he hauled my useless body off the floor. The remaining air abruptly left my lungs as he dropped me into my eternal grave. I can still hear. His hammer rhythmically fixes planks of wood into place, sealing me underground, bit by bit. I can't see. I closed my eyes as the blade made impact, and now they're frozen shut, trapping me in darkness. I wait. I wait for my mind to disappear, for oblivion to steal me away before my time. But it never comes. I wait and I wait. I should be dead now. My blood has drained. My heart has spluttered its final gasp. I shouldn't be able to think. My body feels strange, cold, like ice. I want to shiver and hug myself for warmth, burrow in the soil underneath me. But I can't move. Why aren't I dead? It's only when I feel my muscles stiffening against my bones, crystallizing, that it hits me. I've been dead for hours, but oblivion is lost to me. My mind lingers on this mortal plane like fungus. Maybe it's anger. Maybe I can't accept that my time was taken from me. Or maybe this is what death truly is. Perhaps our minds aren't our brains, but our souls and our bodies are no more than the prisons they are trapped in. My mind races. Every inch of my fleshy prison screams in horror. I force my thoughts to retire, wishing them out of existence. Anything to stop feeling myself wither and crumble to nothing. Still, I remain. How long have I been screaming for? Days? Weeks? Time means nothing now. I hear a faint buzz whiz past my ear. A fly. It's the only sound I've heard besides his footsteps above me. I'm glad for the company until I feel its legs scuttling down my body. 1, 2, then more and more. I can't beat them away, and the tickling is torture. I feel the wriggling and writhing of tiny creatures embedded in my skin. They burrow deeper within me, feasting upon my insides. I cling to my mind, the only thing I have left. I block out the nauseating feeling of my skin stretching and my stomach bloating, the putrid gas filling my nose with an ungodly stench. I want to vomit up everything I've ever eaten, knowing I'm the source. Memories. I hang on to images of my past like a lifeline. I trace every detail of my mother's face until I can recall her features with perfect clarity. I've burned her maternal gaze into my mind. I long for her comfort as I recall my life, like a film running through a projector behind my eyes. I replay images of my father, his deft hands tinkling across the piano, playing Mozart, Bach, Elgar. He reads me fairy stories dramatically, performing each character like he has an audience of 100 rather than 1. There's liquid pouring from my nose. Thick. It slides down my face, and I'm glad I didn't scream as I died. Days now, or months? I curse that I didn't pay attention in science, otherwise I could have tracked my state of decay. My bloated skin is collapsing. It disintegrates into useless mulch. It slips from my body and hits the mud below me with a wet squelch. The wiggling is everywhere, corrupting everything. I read myself stories with happy endings and comforting lies, hoping to drown out the sound of flesh slipping and hitting flesh. I trace my life, running it through my head again and again. I bask in how ordinary it was. Why was I discontent? Why did I want more when what I had was perfect? Why did I wish my time away if this was to be my fate? The maggots are on my eyelids now. They nibble at my eyelids, and for a split second, I see the floorboards above me. Tiny streams of light escape into my grave, and I want to cry at the beauty of the sight. Then the maggots swarm my vision. I picture tears slipping down my cheeks as they steal my eyes. It will be dark forever now. What was that Shakespeare quote? They have made worms meat of me, I giggle internally as the fat maggots gorge themselves on the last of my flesh. I feel lesser with every agonizing second of time, stretching into eternity. My feeling lessens as my body dries like a rough towel left in the blazing sun. I flake and crumble and I'm nothing but a shell. Nothing inside. Nothing inside. Nothing outside. I need to kill time. Erode it with my thoughts. I run through my life again and memories aren't enough, so I analyze it back to front, side to side. I examine every angle possible. There's no conclusion or escape. There's no reason for this. No explanation for this mental prison. I'll exist to see us burn the world. And I do. I lie here. I hear the building crumble around me, falling, rebuilding, changing, falling, rebuilding. I lie here. I sense the ground warming beneath me. It's dry where it should be damp. The house falls. It stays fallen this time, and the air is thick with heat. It burns me where my lungs should be. It heats over decades or centuries or millennia until it's even unbearable for my dulled sensations. I lie here. There's nothing. Did we destroy ourselves yet? I lie here. There's nothing. I lie here. I'll always lie here. But the nothingness is not silent. It whispers, taunts, and laughs in my mind. The echoes of my own thoughts come back to haunt me, twisted and mangled, like a cruel parody of my own voice. They whisper of my failures, my regrets, my darkest secrets. They mock my hopes, my dreams, my love. Every cherished memory is turned into a nightmare, every happy thought a source of torment. I hear the scratching of tiny claws on my bones. Rats. They found my tomb, gnawing their way through the rotting wood and into my decaying flesh. They feast on what remains of me, their sharp teeth scraping against my exposed bones. The pain is excruciating, a relentless gnawing that never ends. I can feel them burrowing into my skull, chewing through my thoughts, making my mind their nest. Time stretches on, an endless parade of horror. The rats breed, their numbers multiplying, their hunger insatiable. They gnaw at my bones, stripping away what little flesh remains, leaving me a skeletal husk. But still I feel, still I think. My mind, my cursed, undying mind remains. The darkness grows deeper, more oppressive. The weight of the earth above me presses down, crushing me, suffocating me. I can feel the pressure building, the walls of my grave closing in. The air becomes thick with decay, a miasma of death that fills my lungs and chokes my thoughts. I am buried alive, entombed in a living nightmare.